Good afternoon, everyone.
Afternoon, Don.
Don,
Hope everybody's having a good day. Let's bring up our page over here. Doesn't seem like no matter at whatever I do, I still end up with tons of stuff to do. Ah, too busy, too busy. All right. Right there. Okay, you should be seeing the Facebook pictures. Yes?
yes, I can see him.
All right. Let me turn my sound up a little bit. All right. Looks like is Kindred here? Greg, are you here? All right. I don't see Greg here yet. Dan Krecklau. Dan is here though, right? Yes.
Yeah, hi, good evening.
How are you?
Pretty good.
All right. You got a 24-inch Easy Box, 64th power, and white reflector. Okay. Your splash is great, by the way.
Thanks.
How many splashes is that, sir?
I think that was 5 or 6.
Really, really looks good. There is a problem with the shot, though.
Yeah.
It is underexposed. This cap and that part of the label is supposed to be white, right? I believe.
Yeah.
So we got to get that bad boy up to white. If you put it into Photoshop.
Yeah, I think on my levels I just touched on white, and it was probably that stripe in the main label.
Mm-hmm.
And I could have pushed it a little bit further, I guess. Yeah.
Yeah, what we got to do is we got to figure out what it's going to take to make that white up there. That's our goal. So I'm going to copy that. I'm going to copy that layer, and I'll do all the work on that layer. There. Let's find out how far you are off. If we go to our info palette, we come up here into this thing. Oh, wow. 148, 148, 150. We're way low, right? For
Hey,
white.
Don,
Yes.
you're not sharing the screen.
What am I sharing?
I just see his picture.
You're probably just sharing Facebook or something.
I thought you were showing Photoshop with the info panel.
You seeing Photoshop now?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. All right. So we go up here and we get in the RGB, we're getting like 145, 143, 150. That's darn near middle gray. So let's do it. Let's do it the simplest way, which would be to use a levels adjustment. See how far away your levels are. See, your levels are saying there's a lot of white in it, and that's probably this right here, right? Let's bring that up nice and bright like that. That looks pretty white. That looks pretty good. Now the rest of it looks too bright, correct?
Yeah.
Yeah. So what we're going to do is we're going to say, okay, that's great. And we're going to go into the levels, the mask, grab a brush that's soft, obviously not that big, a brush that's soft, turn it to about 40%, and then we're gonna, come on. Oh, wait a minute. Should I be using white? No, I should be using black.
I tell you, Don, I've got it open in my Photoshop, and the JPEG, it doesn't show that much. Blown out in the background. I think the JPEG, you know.
Yeah, well, I just blew it out when I made it this big. I had my thing on 6, so I'm going to paint back some of your color in the back. That looks pretty good. So we can bring that, and then I'm just going to bring you back your label, because your label looked pretty good. And whoops, not the cap, not the cap. So we're looking pretty good there. See that, we got to get that cap up. All right, good.
Yeah, I did the same thing as you were doing it, and yeah, it does look a lot better.
All right. And back to sharing. All right, very good, sir. And your behind the scenes, I think, is this one, right? No? Is there behind the scenes?
That one. It's there.
Oh, here, okay. Yeah, good. Good. I think your set looks pretty good. You could have had another whiteboard right back over here close to the bottle. That would be good, but your bottle turned out nice. Pretty nice for the whole thing. You've got a lot of studio dead here that I would prefer not to see. Prefer you to control that by, instead of having all this out here, have some big cards back there so that you can control the shape of that studio black. All right.
Okay.
All right. Very good.
Thanks.
Yep. Did Greg come in? Greg. Don't Greg. Lauren is here. Lauren.
Oh, Don.
Hey, Lauren. There we go. Okay. Tell me what you're doing here. This lighting is very harsh. Did you?
Yeah,
why
I've
did
got
you-
I got a strobe to camera left to bring up to light that front of that bottle.
Yeah, it's awful small light though, because we're getting just a little tiny line here, and then all of this is going dark over there, and that's just blowing out. Let's go look and see what you did here. Where's your behind the scenes?
I'm over on the left.
Oops.
Yeah.
Here. Yeah. Okay. See, I would not ever tell you to put a hard light in the front of a product bottle.
Okay.
No, you gotta soften it up because the light becomes so harsh on the bottle. I mean, the client would never accept this. We
Okay.
got to see that the bottle goes from black to green to black again. We need some more white cards up front.
Okay.
So that's a problem. The splash is awesome. You got it coming back around. Did you warp this flash on here? Splash?
That's 5 shots.
5 shots. Wow. Yeah, the splash is awesome. It looks like a mounting. Looks like a plexiglass mount that it would be sitting on. Very good, man. Yeah, really beautiful splash. Love it. Love it. Lit from behind. You put the background in Photoshop, I take it.
Yes.
Yeah. Good. Yeah, just got to get that softer light broader light on the front of the product. All right.
Okay.
All right. All right. Very good. Very good. All right. We got David Hayden. David. There's David Hayden. All right. Calgon. You got all your splash behind it. Didn't we look at this one already? David? I don't hear David. Anybody hearing David? As I'm not hearing David. Doesn't look like he's.
He
He's
has a
trying to
note.
talk.
He has a note in the chat room saying his audio's not working.
He was gonna
Oh, okay.
reboot and be right back. But that was a while ago.
Okay. I'm still not hearing you, David. So.
David is in camera.
He's waving.
Yeah, now you're muted. Go ahead and unmute again. Try it now. No, you say something. Can you hear me? All right. Okay. The bottle looks great. The splash looks really good behind it. I think you can make the splash brighter. I imagine it's on its own layer, right? Shake your head, David. Back. Yeah, I would bring the background up a little bit so that the Calgon looks like it's in the water instead of in front of the water a ways, okay? There's some distance implied by that dark water, and I know we can pull some brightness up, all right? All right. That's a shame when we can't hear the darn audio. Ooh, Teresa. Did I
Hey,
go in the
Don.
right? Am I going in the right order? Let's find out. I think I am. All right, so that's how he did it. Shot the bottle, put the splash in, and then put the bottle back on front. Yeah, that's the color right there, David. That's what I want for the background right there. That blue, that sparkly white, silver, water looking stuff. Nice. All right, Teresa Perrier. Is this warped around the front or is it actually splashing around the front?
It was splashing around the front, but I did make it smaller because it was coming around a
Okay.
lot larger.
Wow, very, very nice all the way around. Really strong. Nice highlight down the side. Label looks great. I think I would have you go into the label though. See this R and that E?
Mm-hmm.
They're a little gray, right?
Yeah.
I'd get whatever that I and E is, that's got to be the P, all and the R over there.
Okay.
Yeah, I think that'd be easy to do. The
Yeah.
green can stay being dark and going to the different tones in here. That's not a problem, but the Perrier's got to stand out big time. All right.
That. Yep.
All right. Let's look at how you did this here. You might, that. See the green here that
Yeah.
you're using. It's literally the same green as the background, right? Pretty close.
Well,
know-
it is. I shot it. I didn't color. I mean, the background is Photoshop, but I didn't color the splashes because
Okay.
I shot them on a green gel.
Okay, I would take these highlights in here, and that thing I do, right, with the new layer and the brush at 10%.
Yeah.
I would just lighten some of the splash so it actually pulls off the background.
Okay.
So it's just a little bit brighter. And again, if we can see that you did too much, we just want to feel it. Just want to feel that being brighter. Cool. And I hear gravity took over on the hot glued bottle.
Yeah. It did.
Gravity seems to win
Yeah.
almost every challenge that we throw at Gravity. It wins. It makes no
I've never-
difference. Yeah.
I've never won. I'm not winning right now.
No. All right, that's your little thing to catch the water there.
Yeah, it's actually a dog pool.
Okay,
Yeah.
that makes a lot of sense to shoot over the crate too. That way the water just runs through the crate.
Yeah.
Yeah, cool.
So there was a strobe off to the left that I didn't get in the shot, but it was going through that reflector.
Okay, here.
Yeah.
Strobe going through. All right, that's the big shiny highlight we get.
Yeah.
Your green gel on the background. And what is this one doing? Is that just
Well,
a
you can
fill? Oh
see-
no, there it is. Yeah, it's there.
Yeah. That's why that I and E and R are brighter.
Yeah. Okay, there it is. 100mm lens.
Yeah.
Very good. Quite nice. Anna Marie Mikola.
Hello.
Hi. This is very pretty with this in here. The water droplets look great. We got a little bit black edges on them and a little bit highlights on them. Let's see how you did that. This, I take it, is your shot?
Yes.
Okay.
So I had the screen and then I taped gel behind it. So it's actually mounted with museum putty. So I thought it needs a place the water needs a place to bounce off. So it is literally bouncing off. So that's how I got it to the behind. So it's actually 2 shots only, the bottle, and then which is on top of the actual splash shot.
Got it.
So you can
Nice-
see if
nice
it looks
subtle,
slightly, just ever so slightly flat, that splash, because it is a little flat.
Well, it's got a nice feel to it. I don't mind the flatness. I really don't. I don't mind the flatness. It's got a nice feel to the shot. The splash looks real. It looks as real as it's supposed to look. I like the highlights in this. I love this little tiny highlight you've got here along the sides that help delineate it from the background. And the background you said is photoshopped?
No, it's the actual background,
Oh,
because
okay.
I had a gel behind the screen that I taped on.
Okay.
So it's, I just wanted it to be, subtle and kind of, because I've been accused of being like too splashy. So I just held back a little bit.
All right, good. What's catching your water down here? Oh, I see black plastic.
Yeah, and it's like a little tray that is actually used to put under washing machines. So it's like a low tray.
Oh, okay. Nice. Nice
And
set.
but I have the black because I wanted to reflect, so I get some definition on the water.
Got it. Well, you did. The black did a great job. Look at that. Very nice. Well-controlled lighting. Your bottle looks very good.
Well, that's heavily Photoshop, but but then, hey, I mean, I was just making it look better than it was. So
Sure. And you did. And you
Thank
did.
you.
Very nice. Nicely done.
Thank you.
Amy.
Hi,
Hi, Amy. How are you?
good. How are you?
Good.
Love your shirt, by the way.
Oh, thank you very much. And I've had every one of these.
Ah,
So I think anyway. Multiple splashes. Is there warp splash in here too?
no warping,
Okay.
just combining splashes and pulling my hair out because I shot this in action mode with my Einsteins, and the color temperature shifted so much between shots that I had to do all kinds of layer mask.
Oh my,
Yeah.
that's unfortunate. It's really a beautiful set of splashes,
Thanks.
Amy, and your little angle. The bottle looks beautiful. Now, is the bottle shot separately?
Yes, I shot the bottle on its own first because I wanted to show all 3 of the Yeti logos on the front, make
Mhm.
sure they were good. And then I started splashing.
Got
The
it.
bottle moved around a little bit as I was throwing water at it. So,
But you're able to squeeze it
yeah, eventually.
in. Looks great.
Thanks.
Looks great. That'll look great in your portfolio. Do you have any splash in your portfolio?
I'm starting a splash page. Right
Oh,
now,
okay.
they're mostly in my cocktails, but yeah,
Okay.
I should have enough to go in there at the end of this course.
One of the things that that everybody's got to add to their portfolio right now is cinemagraphs and stop motion.
Working on that too.
Yes. If you currently have a website portfolio and you're working commercially, or you want to do a little commercial work, just focus on motion right now.
Yeah.
Stop motion, cinemagraphs, video clips are great. A video clip can be as simple as a coffee pouring into a cup. That's it. No audio, no multiple shots. This could be a totally just done with a slow motion camera. So just be aware that's really hot. Nicely done. Great set.
Thanks.
Hey, Don, can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I finally got the audio working. What exactly is a cinemagraph?
A cinemagraph is a video. Okay. So let's say, David, we take a video of New York. Let's say we're up on a hill. New York City's out there, and there's motion in the city. There's some smoke and stuff, and the flag is flying. Okay. What we do is we go in and we pick one frame from the video, we mask it out, and so then you have a video. You have a picture that only the flag is waving. I'm sure you've seen it, like the young lady sitting there and only her hair is wisping.
Yeah.
All we've done is masked out one single still frame, but let the video come through where the hair is moving. They're not hard to do. I think they're harder to concept.
Probably. Yeah.
Do you have a preferred program for that?
Photoshop.
Okay. I did see that Photoshop will allow you to do that. I didn't know if that was the easiest way or.
Yeah, it's I mean, it's like when I open up Premiere, you can do it in Premiere.
Okay.
When I open up Premiere, my OCD kicks in and I just want to bang my head against the wall because there's way too many palettes for me. But Photoshop makes it fairly easy.
Oh, great.
It really does. Yeah. Yeah. Do you know Enmesh? Enmesh,
No.
the Photoshop YouTube guy with the unibrow?
Don't think so.
It's called Piximperfect. He's got a beautiful, wonderful tutorial on how to do it, because remember, whatever you have, like that flag is flapping, you got to blend it with the first frame has got to blend with the last frame. Otherwise there'll be a break, the flag will go, and then start over again. So there's a blending that we have to do in Photoshop, and Photoshop makes it easy. So.
Okay, thank you.
They're really hot right now, guys. They're really, really hot.
I put in the chat a link. I had put one up on my Instagram that I did a while ago. If you guys want to check and ask questions, it's been a while since I've done it, but you can send me a message if you have questions.
There you go.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Mark Lund heeft on the page van Lighting Essentials also een cinemagraph.
What was that? I'm sorry, I did not understand.
On the page van Lighting Essentials, Mark Lund heeft he has also a cinemagraph put on.
Okay, there you go. Bob Royer.
Hi, Don.
Hi, Bob. I have a feeling that we could go 1/3 or 1/2 stop brighter.
Okay.
I have a feeling. I don't know. So do you have your Photoshop open up in front of you?
I don't.
Okay. No problem. I just think if we put put an eyedropper on this, it's not going to be quite as white as we want it. And B, we can certainly bring it up without blowing it out, right?
Right. Okay.
Yeah. So we've got, if we look at it and we go, yeah, we can move that without blowing it up, that sort of hints to me that we're probably just a little bit under.
Okay.
The splash is incredible.
Yeah, it's
Wow.
two splashes.
Are they milk?
It's milk with a little bit of xanthan gum in it
All right.
to thicken it a little. I tried water, but I didn't
No,
put anything
yeah.
I liked.
Yeah, you can't do water, you can't do tea, you can't do coffee. It's all so thin. You could get whipping cream, thick whipping cream.
Yeah.
Blend a little whipping cream with the milk. Sometimes will get it a little bit thicker, you build your texture that way. But this looks really nice. Yeah, it's nice to see these splashes so pretty like that. I would tend to, and you're gonna go, well, that would be cheesy, Don. And I'm gonna go, yeah, but sometimes cheesy works, Bob. I would say take this half and just mirror that bad boy right on that half.
Okay.
Because it looks like angel or butterfly wings is what it looks like.
Well, I'll try that.
I would just do it. It's gonna look like you did it. Who cares?
Right.
Be a spectacular shot.
Okay.
Yeah, clean that brightness up. I think we should have it.
Okay.
70 to 300 at 108. Do you have any other lenses, or is it you're accustomed to put that 19-pound lens on the front when you're in the
I have other lenses. I'm a coward. I wanted to keep the camera back.
Okay, that makes sense. Yep. Okay. Yep. What'd you shoot it at? 108. Yeah. All right. Very pretty. Yeah, get it back there. You can, I'd put plastic on your strobes too. That
I had everything covered,
yeah.
and then I forgot my behind the scenes, so I had to reset it up, and I just didn't put the plastic on.
Oh, by the way, I was at Home Depot and they sell a plastic painter's drop cloth for like I think they're about $5 or whatever, and it's frosted. And I'm looking at it going, well, that's the cheapest damn diffusion material I've ever seen right there. $5 for like 60 square feet or some ridiculous amount of stuff. That could work pretty well too. Nicely done, sir. Good.
Thank you.
What did you, I want to go back. What did you use to throw the stuff?
I used my wife, and she had it was a 1 cup measuring cup with a handle on it. And she had it about half full.
And she just pretended that was your face.
It could be.
There you go.
Could easily be.
When you reverse it, this
Yeah.
little wisp here, take
Right.
it out on this side.
Okay.
Okay.
Leave it in on the one side, take
Leave
it out.
it in on one side, take it out on the other side. That way it's not exactly the same.
Okay.
Yeah, nicely done.
Thanks, Don.
Yep. Carla, a nice cold
Hi, Don.
bottle of Heineken.
Yeah, this was a tough one, and I have a few questions.
Yeah.
Basically, I mean, I didn't put anything like any paper or anything behind the bottle. Is there a rule? Because I thought then you couldn't see like the translucent, that comes through the bottle.
No, you're shining light through the back, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, because that light's in your against scram or something.
Yes, exactly.
That's it. That's what you do then, right there. That's it.
But then I
You're
don't
already
need to-
lighting the bottle by putting light back through it.
Okay, so I don't need to put a paper behind the bottle in that case.
You did put a paper back here?
No, I didn't.
No, you don't need
That's
to.
Okay. So
You're-
when do you need to put a paper behind
When you're not shooting into the light.
Okay.
When there's no light behind it. If this had just been green back there, then everything would be just dark green through the bottle.
Okay.
But you've got the light there. Very nice.
Okay, and then the other question is, how do I hold the bottle like in the air? Because I did one, this photo just to be like up on the air, but then like throwing the water wouldn't make it more stable, so I have to like set it.
Well, you can tape it to a piece of wood that just sticks out and holds it, just tape the heck
That-
out of it, but you're gonna have to do a second shot to get the light back through the bottle, kind of thing. A lot of people hang it with string from right under the cap, 2 loops of string, and then you just take it out in Photoshop.
Okay, but then there is a second shot then just for, the splash. So it wouldn't move the bottle. So it has to be like pulled with the stick. I didn't do it behind the scenes. Sorry.
You didn't? No?
No, I actually forgot the next day. I was like, oh, I didn't do it. So I didn't write the explanation there.
Yeah.
But
Well,
then that's the question, because I'm throwing the water. Eventually, if I do it with the strings, the bottle is going to move. So it needs to be 2 separate shots. One for the strings and then one holding the bottle like Steve.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
Yeah, because I don't like the bottom one. It looks very Photoshop. I couldn't make
Well, it
a
looks like
better
it's
job.
sitting on something here, right?
Yes,
And that's what
Yeah,
you didn't want.
exactly.
Right. So what you may have to do is do it in 2 shots. So you've got this thing sitting on something, right?
Yeah.
And you shoot the whole bottle. Then you just clamp it up here and shoot the bottom half of the bottle. And then
Okay.
put them together that way.
Okay, that makes sense.
And then your splashes on top.
Okay.
Yeah, because if you're going to put light back through it, we can't put anything that would show through the bottle. That would be a problem.
Yeah, that's
All
why it's a tough one.
Yeah, it is. But you did a nice job with it.
All right, thanks.
Not bad at all. Joe Cosentino,
Hey,
Coca-Cola
Don.
against the red. Sparkly diamond water.
This was
Oh,
the
that's
first
red.
time. What?
That's red. Going from this
To that.
to this. Woo! It's like a punch in the face. All right, cool. Tell us what you did. Looks like the label is a second image.
Yeah, well, the bottle's right side, left side label. So it's like 3 pictures put together. And then the splashes are added on afterwards, just 4 splashes.
You've got it sitting on, what is it?
It's on a acrylic rod, but I had to drop it down closer to the clamp because it kept bending a little too much and it was moving a lot. So I dropped it closer to the clamp.
All right.
It's hot glued to the back with a lot of
Right,
hot
and
glue. And then,
2 scrims with lights between them?
yep, scrims on both sides, the AD 200s, and then the background, that's a gray, one of those gray pop-ups. And there's a speed light in the bottom there with a red gel on it.
Red gel. Okay, so you're throwing red gel up into the gray.
Mm-hmm.
All right, good. That'll work. I do think, Joe, I do think you could have gotten those scrims a little bit closer, give us a little bit bigger highlights here.
Okay, well, I handheld the second scrim between the first one and the second one.
Okay.
Because yeah, there wasn't much. It's one of those round 5-in-1 things.
Mhm.
So I held that in closer.
Yeah, I think these little highlights could get a
Come
little
around,
bit longer.
come around more to the front.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
I don't think it's a deal killer, but for that shot, that's a very traditional Coke shot,
Mm-hmm.
And they really do like those big highlights. Cool. All right,
Okay.
my friend. What lens,
Thanks.
sir?
It's at 108, 110, something like that.
Okay.
So it's the 24 to 120. Same reason to step back from the splashes.
Yeah, not a problem. Looks good. Looks good. Whose is this? Ryan Hodge. Apparently his picture will be coming up.
That's mine, Don.
This one?
Yes.
Yeah, I'm wondering who's behind the scenes that is.
That's mine.
Yeah, so it's separated from your picture. All right.
Right. I don't know what happened. There it is.
All right, there's your shot.
Yep.
Cool. What is that weird splash there, Ryan? What's going on with that?
I wanted to get a thicker type of splash, so I used I mixed xanthan gum with water, so it's clear but it's really thick. So it's kind of like a cream consistency, but it's crystal clear. Well, if you look at it close, if it was colored, you'd see it's a little foggy or cloudy.
Mm-hmm.
But I really wanted to get a shot where it's in the air, kind of like what Carla was saying, something you can see through, but it's in the air. So if you look at the behind the scenes, I use fishing line.
Okay.
So only problem is that gel mixture came out cloudy and I wanted it crystal clear. But it happens, I learned.
Yeah, absolutely. How did you throw it up against the bottle?
See the tube, if you look at that behind the scenes,
The tube.
the black tray, there's a tube that's kind of making,
This?
yeah, that.
Yeah.
I had one end sterilized in my mouth and the other end I was standing right where the tube is, and I had the tube behind the product, and I was basically blowing the stuff.
Pressurized.
There you go.
So that's a big splat that's hitting it.
It's a what?
Big splat.
Yeah, it's actually 3.
Okay.
But yeah, the fun part was getting it to stay still. That's why you see a bunch of fishing lines going to all the different stands around the thing. And like you're saying, you always wish you had another stand.
Guarantee it. That's why when you buy them at Amazon, you always buy 2. That way, the next time you shoot, you still only need 1. Going on forever.
The weird part about it was I did I tied the fishing line underneath the cap, just like you were saying.
Uh-huh.
But to get the bottom attached, I ended up hot gluing a little dab to the bottom part.
Uh-huh.
With the fishing line, and then I had that through that dab line was going 2 ways to the other side. So there's like 4 points holding it somewhat still.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. You may have to do that. Glue things, drill holes in them. Don't let me go without telling you guys. Just somebody say hard drive. If I'm signing off and you haven't shown you the hard drive thing, just say hard drive so I can tell you how much easier it is today than it used to be. Really nice, man.
Thanks.
Ryan, and your light, 2 lights on each side, right? 1 light on each side. This one's a little bit stronger, I take it?
A little bit. I think, as you can see, like last week last time you were talking about the label.
Mm-hmm.
So when I did this shot, I actually had to make that a little bit bigger because each shot was slightly moving.
Okay.
So to get the clean one in, I made it a little bit bigger, and I believe the shot that I took then, I took the left light and aimed it more at the label to make sure it's relatively clear, even though it's not a white label.
Yeah. You did a good job with the
Hey,
label.
Don.
Yeah.
Hey, Don, I put a link in the chat. There is a hand siphon that I used for a couple of the splash shots that are on Amazon. These things are just fantastic.
Okay. We'll go check it out.
What are they?
They're a hand siphon.
A hand siphon. Okay.
Yeah, like a hand pump.
Yeah.
Oh man, that thing's beautiful.
I originally tried using, I have a bunch of tools for absolutely no reason. And I have kind of like a turkey baster, but it's for a battery. Yeah. I tried putting that in the tube. That didn't work.
Oh, yeah, this thing pumps out a lot of water at one time. So.
Oh, okay.
My wife got me a beautiful tool set for Christmas. I have no idea what to do with it. I'll mount it on the wall. I'll put a frame around it.
Use the tools to build the frame.
Send it my way. I'll use it.
I'll have to find
abstract art done.
All right, Bedhead by Lee.
Yes, sir.
All right. What are you using to hold this up, Lee?
Oh, what's that? Fish line.
Okay. Like under the cap?
It's under the cap, yes.
All right. The light on the bottle looks good. Now, is this flash splashes? Are they photoshopped in multiple shots or is it a single shot?
No, that's a single shot.
Okay.
Of course, it's like shot number 20 something, but it's one single shot.
I like how the water is coming back around it. Your dark background lets the water show up very nice. Not terribly sharp in here. What are you using? You're using?
I don't know why. I think I use it to speed lights.
What power were they on?
There were 164 and another one was 128.
Okay. Do you have them hooked up by slave?
Yes.
Okay. Find out. I think one of your flashes is firing separately from the other one.
Okay.
So, and this happens with some of the cheaper ones, like my little Amazon flashes that I'm so proud of. They were $24 shipped. They're great. But if you use them on slave, on something like this, they're a little off. It's like they fire a millisecond later than they should. Check your flashes and see if that's happening. And the best way to do it would be to move something, Lee. You know, kind of move something, shoot it with one, just one flash only. If it's sharp, and then shoot it with two flashes. And if it's a little bit blurry, that's what it's going to be.
Oh, okay.
One of those flashes is firing, because that's what it looks like. It looks like motion blur.
Yes.
Caught right on the edges there.
Exactly.
Yeah, and at 125th of a second, F18 on, you didn't have any ambient light coming in on this, did you?
No.
There's no way. 25th at F18, this should be just.
Well, I use another strobe in the back. Like a strobe. And I'm sorry I don't have the image of how I did it because it was such a mess. I was very embarrassed by the mess. So like, there's no way I can take this picture.
What kind of strobe was it?
It's a newer strobe, 200 watts.
One of those little cheap studio strobes?
Little cheap studio.
That is your problem. That's your problem.
That's what caused it?
Yep. The little cheap studio strobes are fantastic for shooting food and product and stuff, but they just don't have fast duration.
There you go. So that's what did it.
That's what it is. So it's the studio strobe is giving you the blur. That's why it looks so odd, because you got a mixture of super sharp with that little blurry edge. That's what it is. It's that big strobe.
Oh, I see.
Yep. You got all you can use, unless you've invested in a, I would say $500 or more for a strobe. You're going to be disappointed with duration, because to make a cheap strobe, I mean, those Neewers, I think they were $100, right?
Yeah, they're about 150 each.
Yeah, they're great lights for $150, but they can't do everything, and that's what they've left out of the very expensive capacitors to get that quick charge. Right. So there you go.
I can reshoot it with only this.
Yeah, you can. I don't know if it's that bad. I mean, the blur it doesn't look bad to me. I mean, I would brighten this up in here just a little bit, Lee, just a little bit, so we can read that black text a little bit more. But I don't know, the blur doesn't really read that bad to me. Reshoot it if you want, and then compare them. Okay.
Yes.
All right.
Yeah, because I was very concerned. I said, why am I stopping if I everything according with me properly set up?
Nope, that's what it is. That's what it is.
All right. Thank you.
Not only are they slow duration, they're very slow duration. That's why they're only $130.
Exactly.
Right there.
Thank you,
Graham.
Don.
Hi, Don.
Hi. So what do we have here, Graham?
Let me just close the door. Won't be a sec. As best I can at the moment. Bird's making a lot of noise in the other room. Sorry. Yeah, an interesting photo, hopefully. Okay. The background is one sheet of gold that's just bent around and shaped to get different reflections. And I loved it where it was. I put it up there. I was just going to test to reflect some gold into the photo. I
Mhm.
saw what it was giving me and I thought, no, I'm using that.
Okay.
But it was really hard to get water in there because there's no damn room. That's sitting a couple of inches away from the bottle, more or less. It's curved, so the dark side is really close to the bottle, pointing to the road. The other side where it's light is pointing to the bottle, and it's at an angle.
Okay.
So that's why it gets that really distinct look. The light part at the bottom is the light from the flashes, the speed lights coming in.
Down here.
The triangle down the bottom. That whole bokeh looking triangle. Yeah.
Okay.
And that's actually water. I got a syringe and bounced it off the tile and it gave me like a fine mist spray. Some of them you could see it, but I really liked the look of that and I thought, no, that's the shot.
Okay.
So everything else was
The bottle looks great with all the color through it.
yeah. The only thing I've got a little concern, I looked at the bottle, the box. Their box has white text, but the bottle itself is gold. The text is all gold on the bottle. Is that a concern?
What do you mean? I don't know.
The word dimple is gold. The text down there, which is dark, is actually in gold on the bottle. It's not white.
Okay. So why would it be what am I missing? Why would it be a problem?
Okay. Well, I didn't know if it needed to be yellow or slightly
No,
goldish.
this is the bottle. This is the bottle. You don't pull it out and change it to match the thing. That may have been a special shoot. No, you shoot the bottle. Shoot, if they say, oh, we want all this gold, then do that. But no, for what you're
Okay, because the bottle itself is actually gold on the text, and I wasn't sure. That's got a slightly yellow tinge to it, but it's not really gold. Okay.
Right. Wait a minute. This is gold on the bottle?
Yes.
Why is it coming out white?
I'm using a white card at the front.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Oh, that could be a problem.
It's interesting because the box that it's on is white. Now, whether they had trouble shooting it or whatever, I mean, it's a hard bottle because it's triangular shapes so you get all the.
They may have changed the bottle and not changed the label yet.
Okay.
All the time. I would use a gold reflector in that case.
Yeah.
Yep. And then you'll probably have to replace all of this with the gold reflected stuff. For now, I'd go in Photoshop to simply cut it out, move it up, and gold it.
Yeah, it wouldn't be too hard for me to do. It's interesting that there's 19 layers in this as well. I mean, when I set up, I'm shooting 400, 500 photos at a time, and I'm not shooting. I mean, they're not all of this.
Mm-hmm.
I'm shooting till I know I've got the shot plus a lot of extra splash, and then I move on to the next one. So this has got a lot of layers in it. So I think it's 19 layers all up, but I'm picking the best of all of the shots when I do it.
Just get this stuff up and choose one of those colors right there, and you got it.
Yeah. Okay, Tar, thanks.
Yeah, cool. This is your setup.
Yeah, I've got a speed light behind the scrim at the back. I've got another one bouncing into off a white card over there. If I need it, I had a third speed light basically so I could either hold it or just lay it somewhere if I needed it. The red dotted line is right where the gold card was about that angle at the back of the tile.
Okay.
So you can see this thing is sitting on a tile at the background, so it's harder. That's where I was shooting the whiskey.
What is this surface?
That's black perspex.
Okay. All right, nice. Well done.
Thank you.
Yes, sir. Raven.
Yeah.
Hi, Raven.
Hi.
You got a turtle.
I know. I started with a soda bottle and I
Uh-huh.
could not get it to stay attached to anything. I just kept falling off. So I just gave up and picked up this kid's toy, this water kid's toy.
Okay. Now you've cut it out in Photoshop.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
you have
just
to clean that up quite a bit. See the black lines around it?
well, no, that part's I think that's just water dripping off of it.
No, right here.
Yeah. Oh. No, that where you are right now wasn't cut out in Photoshop.
Oh, the turtle isn't cut out?
No, only the small little part at the top.
Oh, okay. All right, so it's getting some negative. Let's look at your behind the scenes. Oh, it's probably picking up the black cards. All right, that makes sense. All right, so you got basically a white field, bright field lighting shooting straight into it. All the black cards are giving you definition on the drops of water and the turtle.
Yeah. The turtle kept moving too, so like I only would get a few shots and then the turtle would be in a totally different position and just, I don't really
on just on one string.
It was on a piece of like metal taped down with the gaffer's tape.
Okay. And then your light is from the back, right?
Mhm. And then another one
you've
up
got
front.
this little
Yeah.
snoot going right on the top of the turtle.
Yeah.
That's a nice effect to have this little brightness here going off into the darkness and then picking up the bright again. It's a very nice effect. It has this it has the effectively it creates a lot of dimension. Okay. I'm not crazy about those black lines, whether they're from cutting out or not.
Okay.
I would get rid of those. Probably wouldn't be hard, but I would get rid of those
Okay.
wherever they are on there. So the turtle looks like it's right now. It looks like it's dark behind the turtle, right? And
Mhm.
actually, it's light behind the turtle. The turtle's in front of all that light. And
Yeah.
so the little black lines betray what's going on here, even though they're real. So you play with that. I think you'll like it.
Okay.
I think you'll like it. Yep. Irish Spring from Patrick Matthews. Patrick? Nope. All right. Well, nice. The bottle looks great. The splash is blurred. Obviously, it's blurred. It's coming right at us. It's a style. It looks like a zoom blur. But Patrick, what you got to do is you got to get in there, and you got to get Irish Spring to be white. You got to get this text to be white on here, because it looks a little bit underexposed. It doesn't look like the label is correctly exposed, and that won't work, especially when the bottle itself looks so good. Got a really nice feel to the bottle in the splash. And that's how he did it. Cool. Stephen Von Herpern.
Good afternoon.
Hope you weren't throwing really good wine at
No, I tried a variety of things. That turned out to be cran grape.
Okay.
That was a different kind of a mess entirely.
Yeah, I bet it was. That's kind of a violent splash there.
Yeah, here's the tool. I don't know how well you can see it. It's a long piece of PVC, about 20 inches, and a short piece, about 8 inches. And my wife would fill it with juice, put her thumb over the end, and then get behind it. And you had to practice blowing. So this is about try number 12.
All right. Well, it's forcefully ejected onto the bottle.
Yeah, you can't go too hard, otherwise the photographer and his camera get wet, and then he's not happy.
Or you knock the bottle over and break the glass, and then that's a bigger mess.
Hadn't had that problem.
You know, it's kind of an interesting shot, Stephen, in that all this violence here in that very placid glass of wine there. I could see it kind of like being an ad like this. Okay. Cleaning this up over here. So we just got this. We don't need to see the bottom of the bottle or all this stuff, but just this stuff here with just a little bit of headline up here to talk about the passion of the wine and the smoothness of the taste, you know? So it's all this stuff exploding over here. And this is just so pretty there. That's cool.
Thank you. I, by the way, highly recommend this port, but you got to order it from the people who make it. It's not available in Arizona.
Really?
Yeah, I get 4 bottles 3 times a year and make them last any longer than that. It's good stuff.
Good. Myers Family Port.
Yeah.
Is there behind the scenes, Stephen, or?
There is not. I'm sorry.
Okay.
We
Looks
got
like-
busy cleaning up the sticky mess
Looks like
immediately.
2 soft boxes. All right.
2 scrims in the back.
Uh-huh.
Really, because I found that one kind of makes this star thing that I don't like at all. And that gentled it right down to a nice white background.
Got it.
And then 1 soft box above and slightly in front of.
And we're shooting on black, right?
No.
No?
White.
White?
Yeah.
All right. A lot of color for white. That's why I was asking. Yeah, nice. Good job. Lawrence Kelly. Got
Good
the
morning.
Hi, you got the Heineken star and everything back there. You lit the bottle beautifully. Really nice controlled dark lines on both sides of the bottle to delineate it. You've lit it from behind so we get to see the Heineken. That's really cool. I take it there's multiple shots here.
There is 3 for the bottle and a couple for the splash.
Okay, and then the star is done in Photoshop?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
Wow. Again,
I shoot on, sorry?
I say again, it's really, really pretty. The way, look at how beautiful the water looks here coming around this stuff, this beautiful sheen that you have all through it. It looks like diamonds.
Thank you. I originally wanted to have a white background, so that's why the water is kind of white.
Uh-huh.
I try in Photoshop to use blend diff, but it really look awful. So I'm not sure what I'm doing wrong. I've watched I don't know how many tutorial online, and every time I use blend diff, it give me a lot of noise. So I don't know.
That's
I
weird.
wasn't really sure how to get rid of the gray white color of it, but
Yeah, that I don't know. I don't know why it's doing that. I really, really do like your splash. How did you splash it against the bottle?
well, if you go to my BTS, you see the diffuser at the back of the bottle. So I was standing behind it with a water jug on a wee step ladder, and I was throwing the water kind of at an angle from above. And I used my phone as a remote control to take the shot.
So you're throwing with one hand and firing the camera with the other.
Sorry?
You're throwing with one hand and then you're firing the camera with the other hand.
Yes.
Wow.
And I'm on a step ladder. Yeah, that was not easy.
You got a nice couple of splashes there to put them together like that. Again, it has that sort of natural, but Corona effect for the Heineken. I don't mean that in a pun way, but kind of the splash is just decorative behind the Corona. And then it's a great idea to add the red star back there, just to carry it out. It's so fun to see this, and then we have all these depths of layers here, and then we pick it up again. Yeah.
Just a question.
Uh-huh.
Your blend if problem.
Yeah.
Are you splitting the sliders?
Yes. Yes.
Try
But I
just
still get, you know, I get an effect a bit like when you use a magic wand, you know, this kind of, you leave a lot of pixel behind.
try splitting your sliders more.
Sorry?
Try moving the split on the sliders more. It shouldn't do that.
Yeah, well, I try all sorts of different way, but yeah, I don't know what I'm doing wrong.
Okay.
If it's just me, then it's obviously it's obviously me. So I have to try again. But I just wanted to know if someone else had a problem because it is really annoying me.
Yeah, no, I use it all the time. Blend if is amazing. But yeah.
Yeah, everybody says so. So I was a bit frustrated, but well, I don't know what I'm missing. I'll have to check again, I guess.
Yeah.
What time of the day is it for you there?
What time of the day?
Yeah.
It's 2:30 in the morning.
Yeah. Yeah. As long as it's not this time of the day, you could probably hit me up sometime through Facebook, and I can walk through some of that with you if you like.
Okay, yeah, thank you.
Very good. Thank you, Graham.
Yeah, all good.
And Luke.
Yes, I'm here.
Hi. Wow. Look at that. Looks like a spider web behind this thing.
Yes, it is water with Santa gum.
Got it right on the corner of the table here. Nice,
Yes.
nice little design feature. Your label looks great. The label's solid, so we get to see the juice or whatever that is behind it. It's what is it? Blackberry gin?
No, dus ja, gin is pink gin. No,
Okay.
blackberry is pink, red pink.
I love the little splash lines that are running everywhere. Like I said, it looks like a spider web here. This looks good down here. I would actually, Luke, I would say clean the surface up from here over. Get rid of all these splashes. And the same thing here. Let this splash happen here, right? But then
Yes.
clean this up because it's real. That just happened because of where you're throwing your stuff, but it doesn't help the picture. It muddies up. Our eye goes to this surface.
Okay.
Soon as not. I
Yeah,
just go right to this. Your label looks good. Looks white through here. Brighten the silver up here.
Silver, black, I must see.
Is that you say it's black?
No, normally is something wrong. When normally it's white also.
Yeah, I just didn't get anything to reflect.
I look at now.
Yeah, brighten that up. Other than that, looks really good. 7D 90 millimeter macro 2.8. So you got a bit of a telephoto look to it, which is flattening it nicely. And I think when you clean up this base, you're going to love it.
Thank you.
Clean up the base and it'll change the entire look of this image. No matter what I do, this looks sloppy down here, which is not your fault. It just is. And we'll get that cleaned up and it'll be really, really nice.
Oh, thank you. Now the photo of the behind the scene is on my wife her phone and she's sleeping. I was forget to ask her there.
Okay. All right.
But I used a pipe with a bottle and a can for dropping, for the water drop.
Okay. Good shots, everybody. Good shots. Wow. The new class is live.
Hey,
And-
Don, are you gonna critique Greg's?
Is he here?
No.
No, I'll critique it probably in the next class. He's in the next class.
Okay.
He's in the class I have after this.
Don, you said something about hard drive?
Oh, hard drive. Thank you. Yes. Okay, back in the day, we had cameras, we had film, we had lights. We did not have Photoshop. So when you would get a hard drive that you'd have to shoot, they'd want you to shoot the hard drive. So you'd get the hard drive and, oh, am I sharing this right screen here? I guess I'm not. Okay, here we go. Whiteboard. So then the hard drive here, so they'd want it like sitting here, you know, one of those old fashioned hard drives with the big circular disc on it and the stuff and all chrome and everything. And they'd want it floating. You can't float it with fishing wires because we had no way to get rid of the fishing wires. So what we would do is you'd take a hole in the seam, you put your seamless down or your background down, and you'd take a pole, cut a hole in the seamless, mount this pole through here and weld the hard drive or screw it on or do something with it and then shoot with the camera so that you didn't see the pole. It was going straight behind the item. And we did that with things that weighed 75 pounds. I've mentioned before that one of my clients was a maker of garage door openers. So we'd have this garage door opener. See if I could probably draw them in my sleep there. So it's
Would
kind
you have
of
would you have an issue with shadows?
No, you get the shadows off the back. We'd have the pole coming out here, and this would be seamless paper, right? And the pole would simply go right into the paper. And we would shoot it like this. And on the other side here, we had, weights and, all kinds of stuff, because these things weighed like 30 pounds out on the end of the railing. And it's the only way we could do it. We had to figure out how to get the stuff to float. But yeah, cutting a hole in the back. How many times we did that? So there's when people talk about, some people talk about the evils of digital. Believe me, it's not all evil. No. There's some really good things with digital for sure. Some amazing things, and that's one of them. All right, any questions? Okay, my short 5-minute or five second commercial. Project 52 is a great place for you guys if you want to continue with this kind of instruction. It's really a lot of fun. I'll put a link on the next assignment. We start enrolling in June for the public, but in May for early, what we call them, early birds or whatever you want. So if you're interested in that, check it out. And that's the only commercial I do. I only take 15 students, so it's not like I have to, you won't be getting a bunch of emails going, last hour to sign up. Amy, have you checked your email? You've only got 7.5 minutes left. It's like, geez.
Hey, Don,
Yeah.
should we just shoot you an email, and do you have like the specs and prices somewhere?
Yeah, I'll put the link on the class page for you to go over and take a look at. Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
Thanks.
You bet.
Don't worry about specs and prices. Just sign up. It's awesome.
I agree with Graham.
When you put the link on, will the link take you to the sign up page where you can put in the credit card or whatever?
It's not live yet. It'll be live in May.
Yeah, but when it is up, it'll do all those things.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
I want to share this with you guys because I'm pretty excited about it. I've created for Project 52, since I've had it up for so many years. This is my 10th year doing Project 52. I have a hell of an alumni of photographers. So I have created an agency built and designed just for Project 52 photographers. And so we launched this also in May. And if you want to take a look at, this is almost ready to go live. I got to hook up some forms and things, but it's out there. Photographers that we have right now by area here, I expect this will fill up quite a bit soon because I've opened it up to the rest of the alumni. So I'll probably end up with 50. Anyone who goes through the class will be here. We are targeting entrepreneurs up through small business. We're looking for jobs between 2,500 and 6,000 for photographers. And we are doing Google ads and SEO to get found. But every photographer has their own page, like Angie. So we get them the page. This is not like a rep thing. This is
Don, you're not sharing.
I'm not. Oh, I'm not. Oh
No.
gosh, dang it! I always forget to do that. This is not an upsell. There's no charge for this. This is I want to get you guys work. I think I've already gotten 2 requests, and I haven't even told anybody about it yet. So we're hoping that this will get everybody some little jobs. So, all right. Any questions before we jump out? All right, we're jumping out. Everybody have a great one. We'll see you next time.
Thanks, Don.
Thank you, Don.
Thanks, Don.
Good night,
you.
everybody.
See everybody.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Thanks.
Bye-bye.